All right, let's look at cofactors of a matrix. Cofactors of a matrix. So in solving the cofactor of a 3 by 3 matrix, we deal with sign convention, right? So this is it. As I said, we deal with what sign convention. It's a similar way of determining the determinant of a matrix. All right. So if I'm given a matrix, let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. And we are asked to calculate the cofactor of this matrix. As I said earlier, we deal with what? Sign convention, and we treat them as determinant. But there's a difference between cofactor and determinant. All right, let's look at this. For the sign convention, for each of the elements in this your matrix, you impute a particular sign for it. And the sign conventions are just plus, minus, plus, right? So this is, since it's a 3 by 3 matrix, the sign convention is given as plus, minus, plus. For the next row, I'll be having what? Minus, plus, minus. And for the last row, I'll be having plus, minus, plus. So this is what your sign convention in dealing with what cofactor. All right. I said something. The way you treat your determinant, you bring it here. Same way you treat what your cofactor, but there's what a slight difference. All right. For this, for me to get the cofactor of this matrix, I'll go to the first term here, the first element. The first element here is what? A. And the sign convention there is what? A plus, right? So this is what I'll do. I'll block the row, the column rather, and the row, and pick out what? The particular element that appears there. So if I'm blocking my row, I should have something like this. And if I'm blocking my column, I should have something like this. What is left? E, F, G, and I, right? Okay, so let's continue with that. This is what I'll do. I'll create a table for it. Alright, so we blocked our first element. Now for our resulting matrix, our resulting cofactor, this is what I should have. I should have something that looks like this. Since I blocked this and we have a plus there, I'm having what? The elements E, F, H, and I. I'll create a 2 by 2 determinant for it. For what? The first position of the first element there, A. So I'm having E, F, G, and I. Alright. Next up, we move over to the next element there, which is what? Your B. Right? So for B, I'll do same thing. I'll close the row on which B appears. And I'll also close what? The column on which B appears. And mind you, we are dealing with what? A sign convention. For this, I'm having a minus, right? And I'm having a plus here, right? So this is it. This is what I mean. Close what? The row on which B appears. And close what? The column on which B appears. So what elements are left? D, F, G, and I. And mind you, you are having what? A negative sign there. So what do we have? A negative D, F, G, and I. Alright. We do same thing. We'll do same thing for all the elements in this matrix. Next up, we move over to our next element there, which is what? C. Apply the same method, the same rule. You close what? The row and the column on which it appears. So my C is appearing on the first row. So I'm still closing my what? First row. And the column it appears is what? The last column. So you close what? The last column. Always remember the sign. The sign there is what? A plus, right? So I'm having plus. What are the elements left? D, E, G, and H. So we go over to write it A plus D, E, G, and H. All right. Now we move over to the next row. We move over towards the next row. For the next row, I'll do the same thing. But mind you, your convention, your sign convention changes here. For this, I'm having a minus, plus, and the minus. You don't need to cram it, right? You start with plus. After plus, you go over towards minus. After minus, plus. After plus, you go over to minus, plus, minus, and the rest. So you don't need to cram it. There's no need of cramming there. So now we go over to our next element here, which is what? AD, right? So this is what you do. You cover the row on which it appears. And you also do what? Cover the column. This is the row now. My second row is no longer what? Your first row. Alright, let me clean this. I'm having my A, B, and C. Right? For this now, I'll be covering what? My second row and what? The first column on which that particular element appears. So I'm having this and this. So the elements left are what? B, C, H, and I. And mind you, a negative sign is there. So I'm having minus B, right? B, C, H, and I. So that has been sorted, right? That has been sorted. We'll go over to the next element. And your next element there is E. E. Apply the same rule by doing what? Covering the row and column on which it appears. So this is it. I'm covering this, right? And I'm also, it appears on my second column. So I'm covering my second column, right? So I'm covering this and this. So what elements are left? A, C, G, and I. And mind it is a positive. So I'm having a positive A, C, G, and I. All right. For the last element in the second row, I'm having F there, right? A negative F. Cover what? The row and column on which it appears. So I'm having this and this. It appears on my last row, on my last column rather. So this is it. What are the elements left there? I'm having A, B, G, H. Positive A, B, G, H. So I'm having negative. So this is a negative, please. Negative A, B, G, and H. Alright, we do the same thing for our last row and we are done. Right? So this is it. I'm having my D, E, F. Now for this, for the first element there, I'll cover what? The last row and what? The column on which it appears, right? So your G is appearing on your third row and first column. So this is it. What is left? Mind you, this is what? A positive sign, right? Plus B, C, E, F. B, C, E, F. So I'm having a plus B, C, E, F. Alright. Next up, I'll go over to what? My H. My H, please. Alright. For that, I'm covering what? The last row, right? And my H is appearing in what? The second column. The second column. Please. The second column. So you cover your second column. And mind you, it is what? A negative. I've written down the sign convention, please. So what is left? A, D, C, and F. A, D, C, and F. So I'm having a negative A, C, D, and F. Alright, you have to be very careful in order for you not to interchange this. So if I'm to write A, C, D, F, I'm wrong, please. You have to be very careful when dealing with the signs and the elements. Alright, for the last one there, I'm having an I, right? I. I. Cover the last row and the last column. What are the elements left there? I'm having A, B, D, and E. So I'm having a positive A, B, D, and E. Alright, so this is the first step in finding the cofactor of a matrix, of a given matrix. So this is the first thing you do by getting the determinant at each point of this matrix, of the given matrix. So let's get the determinant. How do you get the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix? Alright, we'll look at that now. So how do you get the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix? Remember, recall that you have your leading diagonal, right, which is also called your principal diagonal, and your second diagonal. So this is, alright, let's pick out this particular determinant here. Let's pick out this particular element here for explanation purpose. I'm having this E, F, G, I. Alright, let's look at this. In getting your determinant, you say what? The product of the leading diagonal minus what? The product of your second diagonal. So this is your leading diagonal or your principal diagonal. So your leading diagonal goes out this way, and your second diagonal goes out this way, right? So I said product. What is product? Multiplication, right? So the product of your leading diagonal becomes what? EF, EI rather. E times I gives you what? The product of your leading diagonal minus the product of your second diagonal. So this is your second diagonal minus, so what is the product of the second diagonal? F times G, right? FG. So this gives you what? Your determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, please, right? So this is how you get that. I believe we still remember how to get the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Alright, in our next question, we'll solve a determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. But before that, so this is how you get what? The determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. The product of the leading or principal diagonal minus the product of your second diagonal. Alright, let's get this. Let's get the cofactor of this. So for this, what do I have? For this, I'm having E times I, EI minus F times G, FG. So that gives you what? Your determinant for that particular point. Next up, we go over to the next element there, and we get what? The same determinants. And mind you, I'm having a minus sign here. So I get what? Minus, the determinant there is D times I minus what? FG, which gives me what? DI minus FG. Alright, mind you, there's a minus sign. If I'm to simplify, I just simply do what? Multiply everything inside the bracket by the minus sign. Alright. Next up, I'm having a plus there, right? So I'm having plus. The determinant here is what? D times H, DH minus EG. So I'm having DH minus EG. Next up, we move over to the next row. For the next row, I'm having a negative there. We pick our determinants. What do we have there? B times I minus C times H, CH. Next up, I'm having what? The determinant there gives me what? AI minus CG. And finally, for that rule, I'm having minus A times H minus BH. Alright, so I'm having, my sign is already out, right? Minus AH minus BG. Right? Okay, for our last row now, I'm having what? B times F, BF minus CE. For the next one there, I'm having a minus, right? AF minus CD. And finally, I'm having AE minus BD. All right. So this is it. There is no need of you cramming the letters, right? You don't need to cram the letters. I'll give numbers. I'll give an example to explain further on what I've actually done here. So there's no need of cramming that EI. I'll start looking for the position of E, position of A, position of B. So there's no need for all that because you would not need to write this down, write the letters down before solving. So when we deal with numbers, you see the process on which you can actually get what? Your cofactor. So after simplifying this, you get what? The cofactor of the given matrix. All right. So let's take an example.